Conversation 11. One fire to another, just one way of seeing things. Not only does the world not need to be saved, but it cannot be saved because there is nothing wrong with it. Again, this is more for those in the way of black lights. Others may not find this to their liking. It's not about being liked. Don't get mad. Get right. Being the change you want to see in the world is honest. By all means, change your world and change yourself. That illusion is grand. Everything is something to do. You cannot save anything or one, period, especially from their self. How do you save someone or a thing from how they were designed to be and then customize their self? It's like breaking someone out of a prison they built and worked to stay in. They only accept their thinking of you, or their thinking of your actions, not you, but what they want from you, or put into you. You can only influence your own mind, and go where you will go, and do what you will. Make sure your will is your own. Know yourself, and why yourself, and why your will. The world is how it is because it is needed to be that way, and all ways that exist are inevitable. You don't change the world. You only illuminate different spirits. The same spirits are here and have always been here, on all sides of the veil, and in all realities, as pure spirit in non-conscious being, and as conscious beings. That is abundance. No abundance and balance. Neither one of those things means a lot of good and light and happiness for you, according to what you want. Balance is equal parts light and dark, good and bad, and all other things you will have some judgment or perception of pure abundance, which is simply what it is, abundance. It is not all one thing. Abundance is a wealth of all things, not just a wealth of things you want or think are good for you. If you pray for abundance, an abundance of reasons to pray for help is also included in that abundance. People, due to fear, which comes from lack of knowing and lack of understanding, or lack of the illumination of their fire, not only become greedy and self-centered when it comes to looking at the world, but they can also be misguided, partially by assumptions and handed down, accepted foolishness. That is judgmental to say, yes, but if you were not to judge, you would not have a perspective or be a persona. You are not to condemn or curse. Everything is something to do. Even not doing wrong, right? The world has the amount of evil and death, both illusions as much as realities, that it has for a reason. And all things not only serve a purpose, but they will be. You reading this line was planned. The amount of angels that fell from heaven each time a group decided to leave was calculated and executed as planned and allowed flawlessly. The people who will come and go in the lives of people who will not be born until 100 years from now is already calculated and timed. It's like people praying to God to save them, or the world, from any apocalypse that was written in a Bible long before their great-great-great-grandparents were born. How does one save anything from a divine plan? By asking the person who planned it all? Even the part about them asking to be saved, and everything that led up to it, and then even their planned reaction to the answer that they haven't even gotten yet? It's all a part of the inevitable plan. Everything is something to do. And they ask as if it's God's purpose to answer prayer. A tree's purpose is to be a tree. The way it grows is born. The way it dies, all of that is what it is. Then there are all of the benefits and drawbacks and whatever other perceptions conscious beings may have of it. That does not change the tree, only what it is to you. Its purpose is still its purpose, no matter how you twist or bend it or what purpose you use it for. That is your purpose for that tree. Your purpose as a human being is to be a human being. The purpose of any and all gods is to be gods. Understanding what gods require. Things like worship, sacrifice, constant assertiveness, and reaffirming their role, as well as what they are gods of, is what they want. Do not confuse their purpose for their self, or what they want for them, with your purpose for them, or what you want from them. Also, do not confuse your purpose to them. Is it to cater to you, or answer your prayers? Are you the answer to their prayers? Who gives power to whom, and why? Understanding how and why they are in the position they are in is a thing. There are those with keys such as Yeshua, Jesus, who understand that the Spirit of God is a good thing to focus on mastering the 3 spiritual relationships with. The 3 spiritual relationships outlined in the Book of Threes are 1. Having a spirit. 2. Being with a spirit. And or 3. Being in a spirit. To understand the vibration, it is the relationship and energy between 2 points. Those points are mind or spirit. The expression and relationship between is the being between them. So, between the 2 points, mind or spirits of God and humanity, is Christ. That is one way of seeing things. Understanding to the point of knowing, which allows you to be, is a key as well to those and all spirits. Know yourself. Know yourself, having, being with, and being in the spirit of your humanity, the Spirit of God, and the Spirit of Christ. All other things seek to drain you, or have you serve them. Since all is a reflection of pure being all other ways of being, it is okay to understand which beings go around claiming, I am, but to know the ones which truly are that, as opposed to those who are using that understanding as a manipulation point, is something to do that could be beneficial. Understand, all things exist, and since they exist, they are allowed. That is abundance. Draw from it what you want. Consider to the point of understanding, to the point of knowing why. And then allow it to be. Allow yourself to be. And the relationship between to be as well. Belief and faith are nice. Knowing is better. Belief and faith have room for doubt, which breaks you. Know. Know yourself. Know humanity. Know God. Know Christ. One way and key figure in all of these is Yeshua, Jesus. There are books and quotes. It would be advised to get the exact words, as accurately as possible. Not what was said about him. Not what people think or do for him. Some claim to do things in his name, saying his name is something to do. When it comes to a name, understand the name is a spirit. So what spirit was he with? And in? And what spirit did he have? Move in that way. That's how you accept Christ, not just the reality of Yeshua, but the more important Spirit of Christ into your being, as something to exist in, with, and have while existing. That's where the phrase, no condemnation for those who are in, keyword, in. Those who are in Christ comes from. Not being in it is like talking about being protected by a gang you heard about or saw on TV. Or went to some place and saw people claiming to be in it, without you being in it yourself. You can walk and talk about power or walk and talk while being in it. With it. Having it. Everything is something to do. Get the words from his mouth. And observe his being. Know yourself in this. This is an excerpt from the second book of the fire, called the Book of Black Lights. This work is featured in the Book of the Samurai Ruark. Full versions and more at patreon.com/Samurai Ruark the series. Ruark is spelled R-U-A-C-H. There's a QR code at the end to take you there if interested. One fire to another, both of us one and the same. I thank you for this moment.